pretty sure a lot of people remember Pokemon Diamond and Pearl from Nintendo DS from 2006. That game was actually really popular. I think it sold more than Ruby and Sapphire because it sold over 17 million, and I think Ruby and Sapphire sold over 16 million, but it wasn't quite as popular as the Pokemon games from the 90s. And what I mean by that, I mean Red, Blue, and Green, which sold over 31 million copies since its release. And to this day, I believe those set of Pokemon games are the most popular and best-selling games in the entire series. But Nintendo DS back in the mid 2000s, the early teens, was very popular, and I believe it's actually the best-selling handheld game system of all time. And in terms of just greatest, best-selling game consoles of all time, Nintendo DS is right behind the PS2 because I believe Nintendo DS reached over 154 million copies in terms of sales. That's very impressive. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people are aware of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, and they're aware of the fact that the game is going to be remastered and re-released on Nintendo Switch later this year on a date that has yet to be revealed. I wouldn't be surprised if it came out in Q4 of 2021, but it'd be cool if it came out in Q3. And as far as this game is concerned, a lot of people are wondering what features of the original Diamond and Pearl game is going to be included, because it was said that Game Freak and the developer they're working with, ILCA, they're basically trying to make this particular version of the game as close to the original as possible. But the thing is, the original version of the game had it where players were able to migrate Pokemon from Leaf Green, Fire Red, Ruby, and Sapphire to Diamond and Pearl after acquiring the National Pokedex. So in order to do that, you needed to have access to a Game Boy Advance game system. And the thing is, I'm not sure if too many people have Game Boy Advances nowadays, and I'm not sure if this feature is going to be integrated into this version of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. And if it's not going to be integrated into Diamond and Pearl, they could probably, add something to it that'll compensate for that feature not being a part of that particular game. And as far as the visual aspect of the game is concerned, it looks pretty impressive. It kind of reminds me of Pokemon Go to some extent in terms of visuals and all that. But the question is whether or not the remake of Diamond and Pearl is going to live up to the original in terms of gameplay, in terms of overall, satisfaction and replay value. I'm pretty sure the gameplay is going to be similar, just in 3D. But at the same time, the visuals and the aesthetics of, the original DS version, it was something that a lot of people were quite fond of during that time period, especially considering the fact that around the mid-2000s, 64-bit gaming was starting to become obsolete with the rise of, more high-quality 3D games within the shooter genre and RPG and, what have you. Pokemon's an RPG game as well, but there was more adult-themed RPG games and action-adventure games and all that stuff that came out from the mid-2000s onwards that people really got into. And I'm pretty sure there's still a lot of long-time fans of the Pokemon series to this day who would definitely check this out, and even younger generation of Pokemon fans who would probably check this game out if they never got a chance to play the original versions of Diamond and Pearl for Nintendo DS. So it's going to be really interesting to see, how popular Diamond and Pearl, the remakes, are going to be on Nintendo Switch. It'll be interesting to see what new features is going to be added, if there are going to be any, because I know they're trying to stay, close to the original in terms of gameplay and all, but if they're going to exclude a couple of features, they got to make up for that by adding some new features as well. As of right now, I have no idea what the price is going to be. Hopefully, it's something reasonable. It's not something outrageous like $49.99 or $59.99 or what have you. But somewhere, I'm not quite sure what the price is going to be, but I still feel that, if it's priced at a reasonable, range or what have you, it's something that a lot of people will definitely check out a little bit later this year in 2021.